Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you how to make a box from a single sheet of 12 by 12 designer series paper, and this one doesn't require any cutting at all, and in fact it doesn't really require any kind of tape, although you can use, or any kind of adhesive, although you can use some. Sometimes it makes it a little bit better. So I just want to quickly show you how to do this. I've already scored it on my scoring tool, but the score lines that you would make on one side are at 1.5. Let me just zoom in a bit for you so you can see what they are. So 1.5, 3, and 3 3/4, and then you can just simply turn it around and do the same 1.5, 3 3/4. Or if you want to leave it in place, the next one you would make would be 8 1/4, 9, and 10.5. Those are in inches, and then you rotate it 90 degrees, and you score it at 3 inches and 4.5, 7.5, and 9 inches. Or you can do 3 inches, 4.5 inches, and then rotate it 180 degrees and do it again at 3 inches and 4.5 inches. Okay, so once you've got it done at those measurements, you want it turned so that you've got the 3 and the 4.5 inch scores vertically here. And you're going to take the corner, and you're going to take this edge and you're going to line it up with the 4.5 inch score line. So you have to be quite accurate with that, because you're going to be flipping it up like this, and you won't be able to do that if you're not accurate. Okay, so we'll do the same here. So line that up as accurately as you can. And it would be okay if on the inside, this will be the inside of the box, so it would be okay if you had some lines on the inside of the box, just so you can see the score lines easily. Then rotate 180 degrees and do the same on the other end. So hopefully you're following me here. There we go. And one more. Just want to make that sure I'm really careful there to get that nice and square. Okay, I need to scroll out here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now we've got all 4 of those corners turned in. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take this score line here and we're going to fold it in on the 2 sides. This is the 1.5 inch score line. You can see, yeah, the 1.5 inch score line. So we're just going to fold on that and then use our bone folder to make it really crisp. Okay, now this is the tricky part. So what you're going to do is you're going to unfold it, you're going to lift that out, and what you want to do is you just want to refold it so that the corner comes straight across this way, as opposed to this angled corner. You want it straight. So you just have to push this one in and straighten it out like so. Okay, and then you're going to do that, flip it 180 reopen this one and push this one in, and then straighten that out. Like so. Okay, so now we've got a straight line across this way, straight line across this way. Now this is where you can add some adhesive, although it is not necessary if you don't want to, but it just keeps your box a little bit firmer, straighter, neater. So I'm just using some tear and tape, and I'm doing the same on the other end. Just keeps those edges from flipping up and keeps it a little bit firmer. But it isn't necessary. You will still get a neatly folded box without it. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with. Okay, so now we can lift off. Now I'm doing this in white and with the score lines penned in so you can see it more easily. But on my blog post, when I post this, you'll see that I've used some designer series paper for it. So, okay. So now we've got two more scored lines, and we're going to take this furthest in score line and we're going to fold over on that. Just make that nice and firm there. And we've got this one, and then we've got the further in one. This is the 3 3/4 inch one, and if we did a really good job, these will line up pretty close together. Mine are a little bit further apart, but not too bad. Okay, now this, at this point, this, you could store this until you had need of a box, so it can just be stored flat in a drawer, which is really cool. And then when you need a box, you can bring it out. You can reinforce this fold because those will be the flaps. That go over the top of the box. So I'm just reinforcing these now. This is cardstock, so it's really quite thick. Now, to make the box part where you would put the little gift, what you're going to do is you're going to open this up. It's going to be, you want that to fold that way, and then you want to make this open up. It's a little bit hard for you to see. Okay, so I'm just using the bold folder, and I want this to be like a square corner here. So using my bone folder to make that a square corner, and I'm going to do the same on all 4 of those. So I want this to fold up like that, and then I want like a square corner here. Okay, and if you can see what's happening, and you'll see when you try it yourself how that goes. Okay, so just get the corner here and reinforce that fold, and find the corner here. Where are you, corner? This corner is a little weird here. There we go. That's it. And it's all white. It's really hard to see as well. That's the one. Okay. So there is the little pocket where you put the gift. Okay. And then you just simply fold those over and you have a little gift box. These would be nice if they would fold out a little bit better. But, okay, so you have a quick little gift box, and to hold it together you need a belly band. So your belly band needs to be 10.5 inches, and it could be however wide you want it. So you can cut it from a normal piece of cardstock, 10.5 inches, and your choice of width. Okay, and so I just sort of center it on the top and fold it over. So I make some preliminary creases on it, and then I open it up, and on those preliminary creases, I make sure that the sides are even, and then I use my bone folder to burnish the folds, like so. And I do the same on the other side, like this, and burnish the fold. Okay, and then I just need to, let's say we'll use this side, just add a piece of, whoops, there we go. Just need to add a piece of tear and tape to the inside there, and that will overlap the other fold. And just give that a little bit of a burnish, and then remove. Okay, now just be careful that you don't let that stick to your box. And bring this over and bring this around. Match up the edges, and there's your belly band. And then you just decorate it however you want to decorate it. But that's the main way, the main mechanics of creating that folded box with one sheet of designer series paper. And then, as I say, you can leave that folded out flat in a drawer somewhere or on a shelf and leave it until you're ready to give something to someone, and then you have a box that you can do it with. Okay, thank you very much.